So every single language today, I'm going to be doing a KISS method, which means something simple for you to do. Keep it super simple. So that's KISS. And this is something for you if this is your language for you to do, or if you want to lean into this language, it feels a little bit different. This is a great thing for you to do also. So the KISS for the luxury language is to upgrade something. It's time to upgrade you. So it could be something really small, like something that's been really annoying you. You could upgrade that, or it could be that big upgrade that you've been wanting. So let me open up the chat and, oh, whew, Laurel, I said I have 40 minutes. I'm just going to point that out right now. I have been over here like so rushed, so I'm going to slow down a little bit. Woo, okay. Okay, so if luxury is your language, I still want to hear, just type that in the chat. Okay, we might not have any luxury folks in here. Okay, and that's totally fine. Okay, Mo, you're not luxury? You are. Okay, yeah, okay. I was about to say, I think you are. Oh, okay, it's coming in. It was a little bit delayed. Okay, Stephanie, I'm kind of luxury. Somebody said that on the last breakout room too, and that's totally fine. Totally fine. Okay. And listen, you get to have more than one language. This is not a, you only get to have one, especially for those of you who don't like to follow rules. You can have more than one, but there will be some that resonate with you more than others. And what's helpful for understanding your wealth language is that it's going to help you understand what abundance you really want in your life. Okay. So Samantha, oh yeah, first class everything. I love that. Okay, awesome. It may not be your first language, Hillary. I love that. And I think by the time you get to the end too, you might have a different sense of what really speaks to you, or you might be all of them. Okay, so let's go to the next one. Okay, the next language is freedom. So I totally think of RBG. I mean, freedom, if this language speaks to you, this is the language where you want wealth to do what you want, how you want, when you want. I mean, do I even need to say more? Yeah, all the freedom people, you're already like, yes. You knew when you saw the word. Yes. Okay, Kelly's like, tattoo this on my face. Okay. Okay. Mo, I just got to tell you, the whole community, the Novolution, has a freedom language. Okay. It is breaking the rules around what wealth looks like. We don't have to be told what it means to be wealthy anymore. You get to create your wealthy life. It is that bad bee energy. You don't have to be accountable to anyone. Oh my gosh. And if this is your language, you prefer experiences over things. It's just what you value. One is not better than the other. None of these languages, there's no good or bad here. It's just what speaks to you. And this is out with the old boys table and creating your own table. Okay. So the energy in here is palpable. Okay. Like I feel you. I feel you, bad bees in the room. Okay. I love it. I love Hillary doesn't even see the box. I love it. She's not even trying to break out of a box. Okay. So the KISS here is to break the rule on something that you've been wanting to. So now that I know I have a little bit more time and I need to turn on a light in here, it's getting to be sunset. I would love to hear from you. What is something that you've been wanting to break the rule on that you're ready to do now? Put it in the chat, please. Okay, let's see. Okay. And did y'all see? I'm wearing pajama pants on the bottom too. That's the secret when you speak, like wear comfortable pants on the bottom. Okay, travel to Italy. Oh, I love that. Yes, break the rule on earning leadership. Ooh, say more about that. Okay. Hillary, are you the one saying? Yeah, Hillary's already breaking every rule. Okay, just we need to reach out to Hillary in case you're ever like not sure what to do. Hillary's like, I'm on it. Oh, wow, Emily. Oh my gosh. Okay, you said it. You said it. Now, whatever the universe does with that, we're here to witness it. We are here to witness. Look at all those hearts coming your way. Okay. More travel. Awesome. Okay. So here's the other thing I want to say is that, look, you might be ready to leave it all. And you can do that. You can take that big action and break that rule. Or you can take micro actions to the thing that you want to do also. Here's the thing. Sometimes we think that we can only do one or the other. It's either nothing if you can't do everything. But the truth is all you have to do is take an action towards the thing that you want. So maybe breaking the rule, if you're ready to like leave your career, is to start looking at other opportunities. You'll be surprised that so many people don't even look at other opportunities because they've already stopped themselves before even thinking about the possibility. Okay. So y'all are feeling the freedom in here. So you might do something radical, but it doesn't have to be. Again, it's not how big the action is. It's about doing the thing, breaking that rule. Okay. So the next language is leisure or leisure, if you want to be fancy. Okay. Kelly, breaking the rules on imposter syndrome. There is a wonderful talk by a woman named, I think her name is Samya Javade. She talks about how even imposter syndrome was socialized to keep women down. It's a patriarchal concept. It is really fascinating. I'll try to find it, Mo. Maybe you could send it out in the group later afterwards. Okay, so the language of leisure is, for you, wealth means that time is ample and abundant and you can relax, you can go on getaways, you like to feel that love, it's feeling that balance in your life, that contentment. And it's like having a long, uninterrupted meal with somebody that you love. So the kiss here is to make time for that warm beverage with nothing else, not even your phone, especially not your phone and not Netflix, to just give yourself that time and enjoy. Because one of the things that we just don't have in the society anymore is time. How many of you, I can't see you because I'm in the slides right now, but just in the chat. Okay. How many of you wish you had more time? Just type in time in the chat. Yeah. Yeah. So we want it because it's a natural need. And if this is your language, then create that. You don't have to wait for something to happen to create that. That's what we get to stop doing, is waiting for the thing. When I get to this point or when that happens, then I will. You get to start that now. Okay? So full permission for you to enjoy that leisurely time. Okay, so let's talk about power. And I put Malala Yousafzai here because she just represents power to me so much. Because if power is your language, this is about change making, creating generational wealth for your family, for others. It's also about building your empire. You are ambitious AF. And it's also because you care about giving back. You care about philanthropy, empowering others, creating opportunities. And you want that. There's something that yearns inside. I mean, Novolution was created from that, right? Yeah, Mo's shaking her head. Yes, this is about leadership, even if you don't feel like you've stepped into it yet, but in your heart, you feel it. So this is definitely one. Yes. Okay. Jessica Rose. Yeah, I love the idea of this one, but I've never connected to the idea of money for some reason, because guess what? We're socialized as women to not want this. We're not allowed to want this. And we think that power and money are bad, but they're not. When you can bring power and money together with a powerful, loving, dynamic woman like you are, that's what will change things. Money and power will allow you to do things in a much bigger way. So that's why this is really, really important, that if this is your language, you get to totally come out of the closet about it and show up, because society will tell you, well, if you're a powerful woman, then you can't have anything else. You can't have love, right? We see all these in media, like all these powerful women who are lonely. Well, that doesn't have to be true. It doesn't have to be true. You can have love and power and create impact and. Isn't that amazing? Okay, love it. Love it. I saw your comment up here, Hillary. Oh, love it, Hillary. Okay, yeah, these are all speaking to you in different ways. I mean, this is really powerful what we're talking about here today, and I'm so glad you're here for it. So for power, if you want to lean into this, or if this is your language, then you get to do the thing you've been sitting on. So before we talked about breaking the rule, but this is to do the thing. And sometimes doing the thing, again, is a micro action. Maybe you've been wanting to take a class. Maybe you've been wanting to do something, but time's been passing you by. Well, do that thing. Or maybe you've been wanting to make that impact, or you've been wanting to, there's just something. So I'd love for you to write that down. What is that for you? What is the thing that you've been sitting on, but power is calling for you to do it? Write your book, Julie. Okay, Hillary, your docu-series. Amazing. Wow. Yeah. Oh, building the Nova. Yep. Take a painting class. Yes. Oh my gosh. Samantha, you're going to love a future slide too. Kelly, raise your rates and earn what you deserve. Hells to the yeah. Who wants Kelly to raise her rates? Yes. We are all in for that. Stephanie, build my empire, take back. Yep. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, the next language is relationship. So relationship, if this is your language, and I put Mindy on here because, like, you know, she just feels like your best friend. For you, relationship means wealth. You love those deeper connections, feeling that joy, that happiness, that authenticity and intimacy, really related to what Lisa was actually speaking about earlier too, creating those meaningful connections, that depth. And for you, when you travel, you care about the culture. It's not so much about staying in the fine resort, but it's about experiencing the culture, meeting the people. Okay, Lisa is oh, Lisa's here too. Hello, this is also your language. I love it. That makes so much sense. Okay, Mo. Yes, you can have 3 favorites. You can have 4. You can have 5. You can have 6. You can have 7. But you cannot have none. Okay? So the other thing about relationship too is it's not just about doing these things. You might be thinking, well, how's this related to wealth? Well, wealth through relationship is about being able to pick up the phone and be like, hey, Hillary, listen, I know you're an out of the box thinker. I have somebody I want you to meet, or I've got an idea. Help me to be out of the box. Or you connect 2 people and then they create something together, right? Again, Novolution is this connection of people to bring community together. There is a lot of wealth and abundance that will be created from this community. So don't doubt the power of this language. If this is your language, don't think, well, I just, I'm going to be poor, but have some great relationships. No, you can be very wealthy and do it through relationships. Okay. So your kiss here, so simple. Call that friend who you've been missing. Call that friend because you feel lit up. You feel lit up when you are in that great conversation. And when you feel good, guess what? The universe reciprocates. I don't need to talk about manifesting. I think most of you know about it. Okay. Yeah, support. That's a great way to describe this too. Okay. So, who's feeling relationship as one of their languages? And I love that you guys have been chatting all along. Community. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, I love salt. Kelly, I love salt, fat, acid, heat. That was, she just made me, I just loved her so much. I wanted to like just eat her up. Okay. Okay. So the next language is magic. Somebody alluded to this in one of their comments earlier. Okay. So if you have the language of magic, and of course I had to put Lady Gaga because she just is total magic. She's all about creation. This language is the thrill of making things happen. So this, of course, is if you're the kind of person who manifests, like you're just like a lucky person, or maybe you always score the deal. Like you're the one who always finds that amazing thing on sale, or you go to that obscure shop and you find the thing that is like amazing, then this is you. And the language of magic is never talked about when it comes to wealth. And this is so important because this is so much about being in the sensory, feeling that delight, being visionary, brilliant. I actually also think of Steve Jobs when it comes to this language. I haven't really talked about men, but he was definitely in the magic realm. And Terry, you don't have to choose. No, you don't. You can have them all. So if this is your language, then this is about transformation and creating magic through experiences, through just life. Like magic you can't even quantify. It's not about what's on paper, but it's about tapping into your own magic to bring that abundance to life. So to me, Casey is total magic. In that story she shared, yeah, Mo, I see you shaking your head. That was magic. She allowed what was meant to come through. She let it come through, and then she put it out there, and look at what that generated. So powerful. So yeah, oh my God, she's so magical. Like I could feel it. I was like, oh my gosh. And I want to hear the poem. I don't know how we make that happen, but I need to hear it. So the kiss here is to make an artist date with yourself. And if you haven't read The Artist's Way by Julia Cameron, she talks about the artist date. The artist date's really important if this is your language or something you want to lean into, because the artist date is when you take time to be in something creative by yourself. And you make this time for just you and you. It can be at home, you can go out, but this is really important so that you can tap into what your soul is wanting you to hear so you can bring that into the world. Okay, let's go to the last one, which is comfort. Michelle just makes me feel so comfortable. Okay, so this is all about feeling safe and secure. So I bookended the two languages with the two languages that we typically see the most in our society. So we see luxury, that's what's sold to us, but comfort is what we deeply desire. And we're taught from a financial perspective is the way you're supposed to be. But it's not everybody. But people who have this language like that stability, they're the kinds of people who know what's in their account. They're the people that, like checks and balances. And if you're not that person, you're like, I don't get it. Why do they think like that? But if comfort is your language, you love it. You love knowing where your money is, what's happening. And what's underneath this language is that you don't want to struggle. That's the thing. You want to have the finances set so that you don't have to struggle. People with this language tend to be fiscally responsible, building their assets. But they're also wanting validation. There's a lot of validation desired with the comfort language too. And it's interesting because, again, as a society, this one is touted as the right thing to do, but it doesn't necessarily mean it's the best, right? None of these are good or bad. They're all great in their own way. So you're successful on paper, but yeah, you don't have to be number 7. You don't have to be, no matter like what Dave Ramsey's trying to tell you. There are other ways for you to be wealthy. So your kiss here, though, if this is your language, and comfort was one of my languages, it still tries to sneak in a lot. For me, I had to move away from it. I'll talk a little bit more about that later. But Your kiss here is to open up a fun fund account for yourself. So this is you putting away money that can be allocated for anything besides all the responsible things. This is your chance to allow your other languages to also be seen and heard, because sometimes comfort will stop you from doing other things. It's a great language, again, not good or bad, but we get to start tapping into these other languages that really truly make us feel abundant. So in case you are like, well, what would I do with the fun fund, and you need some ideas, find a partner or a friend who has the language of luxury. They will give you some good ideas. Okay. Okay, so those are the languages. Let me pop out of here, come back in. Laurel, if you can just give me a time check, I'll just be continuing on. So I'd love to hear from y'all. What are your favorite languages now that you've heard them all? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. This group has a lot of freedom and magic. There's always an energy in a group, like, you know, you attract each other. Jessica Rose is like over there dancing. Love it. Oh my goodness. So how does it feel to, you know, think about wealth in this different way, rather than like, oh my God, boring budgeting, or only money, or only like, you know, all of the things like that are telling you you're not enough, you don't have enough, and instead leaning into, this is who I am. This is what I would do with wealth. This is where I'm going to spend my time, really building and nurturing and creating that fertile, like Casey used that word fertile. I love that. Creating that fertile soil for yourself to be wealthy. Yes. Oh my God. Samantha decided to turn down a job offer. High five to you. Love
it's actually
it.
Lisa who's with me. I typed it. It's this one. She decided from you.
Lisa, share.
I
Can
feel
you
like
share with us? What shifted? What came up for you?
I'm in the nonprofit and philanthropic, and I always feel like if I don't fundraise, that I can't go in and do the programs that I really want to do. So I always feel like I have to push, oh, I'll raise some money for you. And someone offered me a job for a nonprofit and they want me to fundraise. And now I realize I don't want to fundraise. I want to do all of the programs for this women's shelter and not raise money. I feel like you punched me in the face.
Oh my God.
In the best way possible.
Oh, in a good
in the
way.
best way possible.
Yes.
In such a good way. I was like,
yes.
and I told Sam, I'm like, write it, tell her I don't want to fundraise.
I love that. And what were your languages, Lisa? What are your top languages?
Power and relationships, and of course magic, which I'm afraid of, but I want.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't realize I wanted the power, but I think I want that first. And then I realized I don't want this job.
There you go. Your power spoke. Your power was like, I can do more than this. I can ask for what I want and create the change I want without having to settle and do the goddamn fundraising that you don't want to do. You know?
I thought I had to prove that I could be a leader if I brought in money.
Well, now you know. You're already
now
a leader,
know.
girl. You're already a leader. I mean, you are inspiring and motivating the rest of us. So with that being said, does anybody else want to share or ask a question? Or the floor is yours. I mean, you can feel the energy of what's happening. Simply look, we're all sitting in our languages and look at what's happening. So anybody else want to share? Question? I'm here for you. Go ahead, Jessica Rose.
Hi. We were just talking about the discomfort that came up around power. And like there's the stigma around the word power and actually claiming that. So there were so many things on that list where I'm like, yeah, that resonates with me. But the thought of like saying power is a love language was like so uncomfortable. So I thought that just might be something to explore a little further with you.
Yeah. Who else kind of feels like that? Like power felt good, but like, I can't really. Okay. Yeah. I see you, Kelly. Yes. There may be many of us on here, myself included, that I actually thought power was a bad thing because we tend to see people in power who are doing bad things. We do see that, unfortunately. That's why it's more important than ever that we are powerful. Because could you imagine if all of us in this room, with freedom and magic being the primary energies, along with everything else, and the drive we have to make a difference in this world and the love that we have, if we all had power and money, do you think that things would be even a little different? Yeah. I mean, they would. They would. So we can't take in what has been conditioned on us that power is bad, or you can't have power in something else, or, we've got to let that all go. And that's why it's about not wanting to be accepted with the old boys network, or wanting somebody at another table to invite us. This is why creating your own table is so powerful, because your table has a space for the other people who want to be a part of that. You stepping into your power like Lisa did, if she's spending all her time fundraising, she can't be as impactful in what is her zone of genius, right? Yeah, that thumbs up over there. Same thing for you. You've got a zone of genius. You've got something that you're meant to do. You've got the things that you desire. And let me tell you, you don't even have to have a do-good reason for it. You get to just fucking have it. Okay? Like, you are worthy of having the thing that you want simply because you exist. So let's stop shaming power. Let's start stepping into our power, getting that freedom, being in our magic, and then seeing what happens and enjoying ourselves too while we're at it. Okay. So
Hillary had her hand up, and then Emily.
Yes, please, Hillary, go ahead.
So I just want to say I love you. I love this way of teaching and thinking around finances. Finances are one of those things I don't usually want to think about, but I've been telling myself and struggling with my finances in trying to fit into that comfort category, because I'm told that I'm supposed to. And when you broke it down like that, it was like this, it felt like freedom. Obviously, freedom is my language, because it felt like freedom that I don't have to think about making all of those steps, that investment, having all of that there. And I just want to say thank you, because this was, I know that it was said earlier, it felt like a punch in the face. I feel you, sister. I feel you when you did that. Congratulations on finding that power in this. And Shazia, thank you so much.
Thank you. I received that. I'm going to just pop something in here. If you want to stay connected, I don't plan to share this, but I'll just share it. As you can tell, I really do care. I care about you thriving, each and every one of you being wealthy, successful, just doing the thing you want in life. And really at the crux of it all is that. So I'm popping in my 100 dreams list. Or Laurel, if you can pop that, I think it went to you privately. If you could pop that in the group, y'all are welcome to grab my dreams list and we'll be connected. Okay. Emily, you had a question. I saw your hand.
I know. And then I was feeling like the pressure of the time, but I'll just quickly say that Lisa, when you were talking, I think we were all like nodding our heads, but what I was saying in my head was like, Lisa, like, and then I was reflecting it. I appreciated her being vulnerable to do that, knowing in front of us, because it reflected back to me. I know, because like right now I'm in the process of legit like burning it all down in my life. Mm-hmm. And some days I think, oh my gosh, what the fuck am I doing? And then I'm like, I know. And so thank you, Lisa, for like being a mirror for me to be like, oh wait, she knows and I know, and like it's like it's a somatic thing, you feel it. And so thank you for reminding me. And also like I'm totally feeling you. Like I always thought like, oh, I'm so bad at money. And now I'm like, oh, it's because I'm not comfort. So
Yeah.
I'm something else and I can be good at something else.
Yeah.
So
Comfort can be
thank you.
taken care of by systems. I mean, accountants, like it's
Oh
fine.
yeah,
You're
not
good.
doing
You're
it.
good.
Yeah.
So what are your languages?
Um, definitely relationship and freedom. Freedom first, freedom.
Okay. So because you shared with us and we get to witness you because you're ready, like you said, you're ready to burn it all to the ground, but it also feels like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So Emily, what is a micro action that you want to share that we get to witness for you to be in freedom?
I can share with this group on another platform soon what my new business is.
Amazing. Okay, so you'll share on another platform.
I mean, what other, I mean, Nova's going to have a lot of great ways to communicate. So when those get ramped up, I can't wait to be there sharing.
Awesome. Okay, so we witness that, and then that's the next step, and the next step, and the next step. So, Laurel, I think we've just got a few minutes left. So, what I would love to just do is I want to do one final exercise with all of you. Okay, so I want you to close your eyes. And I want you to put your hands out, like your palms up, hands out, like you're receiving. Receiving is one of the greatest things when it comes actually to being wealthy. Go ahead and close your eyes and really allow your body to relax. Okay. And that magic that is being felt in this group that so many of us have, we're going to allow that magic to really expand into a supernova. And as you imagine this magic expanding so big, and you feel what would be in that for you, the abundance, the power, the freedom, the relationships, the leisure, the ease, the money, lots and oodles of it. Feeling really good in yourself and your heart. Allow yourself to feel all those things that would make you feel so wealthy. Feel it in your hands, really receiving it, and then taking that, placing it onto your heart, putting your hands on your heart, allowing it to go into your heart and feeling so much gratitude in receiving this. And I thank you for joining me today. Love you all so much.
By grace and devotion, by letting go of everything, by breath as it takes you, by the light of the dark moon, I'm lost in your story.